Actually, I forgot to check to see if it even actually started. Okay, looks like it started. Yeah, we're good. Okay. All right. So I think for today, we have a new use case, or I guess it's like a user requested use case, right? So we want to see how can we use a large language model to do schema mapping. Um, oh, I forgot to tell you, there's actually news. Claude. There's a new model called Claude 3. Uh,
Oh,
so we we actually might want to try that out and compare that to Minstrel.
oh yeah.
Um, but anyway, so let's take what we learned from the prompting or the sort of like asking the LLMs for how to write prompts. Let's actually try that for in this scenario, right? So if we just describe it like like the scenario is like uh, we have uh, a lot of people data. We built in, let's say a service to allow customers to upload their file with some people data, with some people data, and we will let's say fill in. Or maybe we'll use the word append. We will, yeah, we will append all of our data to the customers. Um, Given that the customer can upload a CSV, uh, can upload any CSV. We we won't know what fields they have. Okay. Um, but we do know our schema. How? Okay. Uh, can you write a prompt for an LLM to do the mapping from the customer schema to our schema? Right?
Uh,
Is this
yeah.
is this is this about roughly what we want to try and do? Okay, so we learned last time that like we don't actually need to write a lot. We can just give the LLM like sort of very high level goals and then ask it to write the prompt. Um, so let's do that. This time we're gonna try Claude instead of GPT, and we might need more tokens. Okay, let's give this a try. So while this is running, if you can believe it, I don't know how much weight you give to benchmarks, but according to some of the benchmarks, Claude 3 does better than GPT 4. Um, but yeah, benchmarks are a little wonky. By now, I
Mm.
feel like every single LLM that's being trained right now probably has like those benchmarks in their data set.
Mm.
Probably, or in some form.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't actually know how good those benchmarks are, but I know that
Mm.
our testing is not in their data set
Yeah, not
because
a
it's so
benchmark.
it's so
Not in their
unique.
benchmark.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, let's take a look at what minstrel. Wait, we did do minstrel large, right? I just wanted to
Yeah. Last
forgot
time
to.
I remember we liked GPT, right? Like
Yeah, GPT was.
the mock data. Yeah, mock
Mm-hmm.
data.
Yeah, GPT was pretty
Mhm,
good.
mhm.
All right, let's take a look at minstrel. All right, so here's a prompt for to perform mapping from customer schema to yours. All right, so you have a task. Uh, so it provides the instructions. Ah, but you know what? It doesn't actually provide me like an example of like of a mapping table
Mm,
and transformation instructions. Huh. But okay. All right. I mean, this is a start. Let's see what
mm,
GPT. See, or not GPT. This is
Example.
Claude. This is Claude.
Oh,
Claude 3. Claude 3 is actually probably better because I'm gonna have to copy this and paste this because it gave an example which is immediately
uh-huh.
immediately better. Let's see.
Yeah.
Okay. Your task is to analyze the customer CSV header and provide a mapping from their fields to our schema. If a field from a customer schema doesn't have a direct match in our schema, try to find the closest match based on the field name or its potential meaning.
Mm,
If
mm,
no such suitable match, indicate that the field should be ignored. There we go.
mm, mm,
Here are a few examples of potential customer schemas and the expected mapping. I like this. Okay, so
mhm,
we'll map ID to ID, first name to first name, last name. Okay.
mhm,
Ignore address, city. Okay.
mhm,
And it gave a second example. Okay, so if the customer schema is this, then the mapping is. Okay, so it provided another example of this, but it didn't give the our schema.
uh, wait, I thought the R schema is above. Like if you scroll up, oh yeah, the above, like oh wait, that's true. What about our schema? Where do we?
So I guess it's saying that this is our schema, like the it's ID first underscore last first underscore name, right?
Uh, mm, yeah, I thought these are examples. Uh,
Well, I mean, it is. Well, okay, you know what? Let's just give this a try, right? So
mhm.
let's just clear this and say now. I mean, I think Claude is better, right? Would you say Claude is?
There are
Yeah,
examples. Yeah.
yeah. Oh, got an error. All
Mm,
right, let's give Claude's prompt a try without any edits, just to see what would happen to it then, uh, and see how. Oh, actually, I forgot something. Claude's example actually had this, where it was like insert the customer schema here.
yeah,
So we forgot to do that in the
yeah,
prompt.
yeah. But
But
what about our schema? I always thought they require a schema as well.
yeah, right.
Yeah,
But
it,
it sort of looks like I just made up a couple stuff, right? But that's okay.
yeah.
Let's
Maybe
just
we
see
should.
what.
Yeah.
Ooh, I don't like that. I don't want to map county to state.
Um,
Like that's not
the
that's not good.
closest possible. Yeah,
Yeah, I mean true, but I definitely would not want. Well,
yeah.
so here's the reason why. I live in Delaware County. I don't want that to be
Oh.
mapped to Delaware State.
Mhm. Oh, haha. Yeah.
Right?
True.
So
True. Yeah.
yeah, so that's why like this is a no-go. I would not want this mapping. But
Hmm.
okay. But we didn't change the prompt because the prompt was just like this like the first shot, right? So, but let's see
Oh,
what
there it
Claude.
is. It has the sorry. At least model B. Model B has our schema. Uh,
Yeah.
there. Our schema consists of the following field. Okay. Country, not county. Yeah, okay.
Well, no, no. So
So
this
I
it
guess
hallucinated. It
yeah, we
because
probably
it my prompt
yeah.
didn't have our schema.
Mm.
I forgot. I
Oh, it
forgot.
hallucinated.
I forgot to write that down. So it
Mm.
hallucinated this. Um,
Oh,
but either way, though, I do think
it's pretty
it's
good.
maybe still pretty
Yeah.
good, right? Yeah.
I like the when you what you read out like oh it's potential meaning or something like that.
Yeah, 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 yeah. Okay,
The approach.
so
Yeah.
I would. Do you want to vote which one is better, even though we didn't give a great prompt?
Uh, sorry. What is the mixture? What
So minstrel is B. This is minstrel right here.
E? Okay.
Yeah,
So that's okay.
and then this one just didn't do it. It just told us to provide the actual schema first.
Oh, maybe Cloud a little bit better, like because he told us it just bombed. I don't
Yeah,
know.
that's fair. It doesn't matter.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
let's try it again. Let's actually give an actual schema this time. So let's do. What should we do? Okay, so let's do. Should we just like just copy this one first?
yeah. And also our own schema, right? We need to.
Yeah. Okay, and then we'll do.
This is our schema.
Okay, so I will do that. And I'm gonna. Do we just want JSON? I don't want both. Okay, so
Uh,
our schema. Let's just copy one of. Oh no no we might as well manually do this, right? So our
mhm,
schema is. We'll do ID. Uh, Last name, email, phone. Let's just do address. We have city.
mhm,
We don't want county.
mhm.
And
So we're testing.
we'll say zip. Right. So this is our schema. Then let's also do. Do we want to add anything else in here?
Sorry, is county? We left
Oh yeah,
county
no,
there, right?
I didn't
Okay.
want county.
The state.
City. Oh, we want state. We have
Mm-hmm.
state. Sorry. But let's also add a couple other ones, right? So we have, let's say we have DOB.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, wait, this is this. Uh, here is here is our schema. Okay, so we have. Whoops. Okay, so actually, yeah. So we have. Let's maybe we'll do person ID. We have person ID, first name, last name, email, phone number, address, city, state, DOB. What else did we have? Should we just make up?
Mm. Uh,
No, actually, let's
is it
do. Huh? No.
full name? Oh, sorry, because I remember full name.
You want to do full name instead of first, last, or you want to do middle?
I
Is that what you mean?
wonder. I wonder if they would like concat or something. But sure, sure, yeah. I wonder what it would do if you like concat first name and last name to map it to our full name. You know.
Well, that's
Uh,
the customer, right? The
maybe
customer
it's.
would have the full name, and they would have to
Oh
map to
yeah,
our,
yeah,
right?
yeah,
That's
yeah. Let's do
not the other
that.
way,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
right? Because our scheme is
Uh-huh.
better. We have the we have the name in
It's
pieces.
hard.
uh,
Okay. Okay. Yeah.
okay. Um, Okay, so let's do that. All right, let's
You
try
want to
this.
erase the examples, or you think it's
Uh,
good? Oh no,
I mean,
ignore. I guess it's fine. Yeah, yeah.
yeah. Well, let's just try it out because this is the first time we're actually like running it. And if the
Mhm,
examples like mess it up too much, we can erase it.
mhm.
All right, let's give this a try.
Because Claude is still writing, and then Mistral's done.
Claude is still writing, and Minstrel is done.
Ah,
Yeah.
oh, it was like
So
sync.
so so Minstrel just gave you. Okay, so it just did the mapping. So it just ignored the name. Look how awful that is. It was like
Uh-huh,
full name ignore.
uh-huh. Oh, street.
Yeah,
I'll say ignore.
which isn't great. Let's see what. Looks like Claude had. Oof, it also ignored the full name. I guess you can't do anything with that, huh? Oh, but it does say it should be split, right?
Uh-huh. Explanation.
Yeah. Yeah, so it just
Mhm,
wants to ignore it. And I don't actually know if this is a valid use case, if we really want to, like, um,
mhm.
right? Like,
Yeah, maybe not because it's not like we don't have a full name, you know?
yeah.
Yeah, we just.
I don't, yeah. Well, all right, so let's go back. Let's go back to what did this have? This was first name, right? Uh, first name. I think we had first name, last name, right? Was what I had before.
Mhm, mhm,
Okay. So let's assume that it still has first name, last name. Let's also I also want to maybe change. Okay. This is the other thing I want to do. Let's say that we provide work email and personal email. Right. So like, I wonder which one is going to map this one to.
mhm,
Right. Let's also
mhm,
do. Oh, there's a question. Technically, first name should map to first, middle, and last name. It's not mapping a detail involves transformations. Yeah, it's valid, right? It does involve
mhm,
transformations,
mhm,
but we wanted to see if it would at least like call it out, or like, and it did in some ways, but yeah.
mhm,
Okay, so we have multiple emails to choose from. Let's do also. Okay, what else can we do to make it multiple things? Okay, let's do address one and address two, right? And then let's do. What else can we make a duplicative of? I guess that's it, right?
Yeah, I mean, there's stuff around dates. We can see if it gets the intention right, like last reported day versus DLB. I mean, that would be obviously different. They should obviously not map to like last
Uh,
observation date and then last reported date to last reported date. I wonder if they would map to the same.
last reported date.
Uh-huh.
And then what? And then when
And
compared that to
then for
like
us, it
like
would
what?
be
Data
like
date?
last seen date. Oh yeah,
What
data date,
data
something like
date?
that. Yeah.
Oh wait, forgot where.
Data date.
I don't know, like or like vendor,
Ding, ding, yeah,
maybe
data date. Data date is fine. Yeah.
data date. We got
Ingested
comments.
date or
Oh yeah, okay. Ingestion date, ingested,
oh, yeah.
or no, we would probably say like date ingested, right? Or
Oh
date
yeah.
received.
Sure, sure, sure. Yeah.
Date received. Okay.
Oh,
If our schema is comprehensive enough to cover both full and parts, then we can show the LLM just needs to do one-to-one mapping, not one-to-many. In other words, LLM could just handle the similar string match, and it doesn't have to split a field into multiple parts.
okay. It doesn't need to do this ETL thing, right? Like
Yeah.
split it up. Yeah.
Right. So if
It.
our schema just had redundant fields, right?
Mhm,
If our schema had first, middle, last, and full, then when the customer has full name, they could just match on full name, right? I think that's what we're saying.
mhm.
And
And we
then
have
and
we
then
have to have both. Mhm.
yeah. Yeah. I mean that's right. Okay, so let's give that a try then. Uh, so we'll do full name and we will do full name like this. Right? And okay. Data receipt. Okay, and let's also maybe do I want to see what it will do with I have a feeling it won't do anything with this, but like because it's I guess it's a transformation, right? To take a year and change it to age would be a transformation,
Mm.
right?
Yeah. True. Yeah.
Or what about no, what about let's do birth year instead of DOB. What would it do then? Okay.
Hmm.
All right. Let's give this a try. Did we vote yet?
Oh.
Okay,
Uh.
let's vote. Which one is better?
It's just, I remember it's the same,
Yeah, it's pretty much the
isn't
same,
it?
isn't it? Yeah, it's a tie.
Hmm. Hmm.
Okay. All right. Here's the mapping. Okay,
Person
so
ID.
all right. It's so this is Claude. So Claude was able to map, okay, person, member, full name, email to personal email. Okay. So it shows personal email over work email,
Mhm.
phone, address one, city. Ooh, it also made this
Oh
mistake.
no.
Yeah, I think this is
Okay.
too critical, right? You can't map county
Yeah.
to state, but
Well aware. Yeah.
yeah, postal code, birth year to DOB. Okay, last reported to date received. All right, and then it gave
Okay,
some
so it
reasoning. Hmm?
I see. So it can go kind of coarse, right? So like a year to DOB, so that's like more specific. And then he wants to go from county to state, like a coarser sort of. I mean, it's making assumptions. Clearly.
Yeah, it is making assumptions, right?
Mhm.
Okay, so let's see what Minstrel does. Minstrel does the same thing with personal email. It also does the same thing with county and state. Oh. But it ignored. Oh no. It did do DOB year and birth year and DOB. So it pretty much did the same exact thing.
Yeah, same.
Yeah. So it's
Does it have recommendations, Claude? This
no, it
time?
just had explanation.
Oh,
It just had
okay.
an explanation. So it gave the JSON for the mapping. Oh, actually, it didn't ignore first and last. It just it just didn't provide a
Hmm?
mapping for it.
Oh, that
Like
makes sure
it
it's
missed
better.
it.
At least it's honest.
Yeah. So Minstrel at least said ignore first, middle, last. Work email and address too. Yeah, I guess I'll give it to Minstrel for this one. But yeah, I mean, so how else can we make this more difficult, right? Because like it's pretty easy for it to recognize, different variations of strings, right?
Hmm.
Like that seems pretty easy. Um, but like I don't know how else it would be more difficult for customers, right? When they because like I like even though we're just talking about mapping and like not transformations, I think that's actually the hard part, right? Is that like sometimes there is maybe a little bit of transformation. Oh, let's see. We got a
Hmm.
comment. Okay. If a field slash column has some values already, not an empty column, and we are just appending additional data, filling in null values, then we can take the values and check if the original data and the appended data are consistent. This is outside the scope of data schema mapping, but it serves as a QA check. This would only work if the column is not completely empty. Oh, okay. So I think what you're imagining is like here's a Y table, right? And I'm gonna give you name and address, or maybe just like yeah, name and address, and then the service is just gonna populate the other 10 fields, right? Uh, but at that point, it's still better to have an LLM just do the mapping and say that okay, for the other fields, you know, just map it, and then we just pull it in because then that way you don't have to check to see if like hey did you copy and paste the right zip code right, as long as you have the mapping correctly it's just going to pull in the value. At least that's what I'm thinking, right? That's like
Hmm. Yeah, this is like the other side, the QA check. I suppose you could, yeah, like check if they're believably the mapping is correct, right? Uh, like for example, if like we're expecting dates and then we're only getting years, then maybe it's a problem.
hmm well I think the
Mm,
other thing is
like counties.
what about this? What so let's imagine that so there's a service where a customer uploads in a CSV, um, but instead of saying that like hey you have to upload a certain schema, right? Like what do we just say? Well, you just got to make sure that your file that you're uploading has name and address, right? And then well like it doesn't have to be called name or address. It just has to have those sort of values in it, and then that way the customer really can still upload like pretty much anything that they already have, because chances are they already have some field that has name in it. It just might not be called name, uh, and that way it still provides that like flexibility, right? It still provides that like good customer experience where you're like you can still upload whatever you want, um, because at the end of the day like it's really just like saying hey like you know it's a string, it's a field name, compared to like what's the next closest field name, right? So that's not really too hard. um, you know
hmm. Hmm.
oh I actually just forgot to update the title on the stream. I better do that.
Oh, what is the title?
Oh, I think I just saved it from the last one, which
Oh,
which we
oh,
were doing
Mistral
comparison
versus
from
GPT.
Mistral to GPT, and that's not actually what we're doing. We're doing Claude 3 right now. Don't want to
Cloud,
deceive
yeah,
people. Sorry, guys.
right.
Not doing GPT-4 today. We're doing Claude 3.
Mhm. Okay, well, I mean, things do reasonably well. I mean, we could also have a QA, like that, and the,
Yeah.
for the county, state. Um,
Actually, let's maybe try. I want to maybe try and give follow this up and just to I'm gonna ask it to give me a different customer schema just to see like can it give me something really crazy.
Mhm.
Uh, provide me with a customer with a different
Crazy. Okay.
customer schema. You can go crazy.
Yeah, crazy naming convention. Yeah.
Let's just see what it gives. Oh look, and then it even did the mapping.
Ha ha ha. Wait. Oh, wait. It remembers the context, I guess.
Yeah, yeah.
Is that
I
right?
didn't clear it because
It didn't
I wanted
clear.
to know
I
it.
see.
So that's kind
Yeah.
of funny. Okay, so model B is minstrel. Let's see what minstrel. So minstrel just gave this
Henry.
schema. It just okay. So it just basically gave different kind of field names for it,
Mhm.
and then was able to map it. Let's see
Okay.
what Claude 3 gave. Oh, Claude 3 gave actually so much more. It gave a suffix,
Mhm.
home phone, unit number, province, birthday, anniversary, created date, last updated status, notes. Wow. And then
Oh.
it gave wait, prefix? Did it actually give prefix?
Mhm.
Oh, it did. It did give a prefix.
A fixed prefix.
Wow, Claude gave a lot
Ignore.
more fields.
Yeah. Notes. Ignore. That's updated. Create. Oh. Yeah. I think Claude
That's
is slightly better. Yeah.
Claude is slightly better, right?
Yeah.
If this is the case, we could also ask it make up a new schema for us, right? Make up a new
Hmm.
schema for us. Uh, add more fields. And add more fields and interesting. Do we want to add interesting relationships? No, right?
Uh, uh, wait, a new schema for the us or
Yeah,
the
yeah, for
customer?
us. Yeah.
For us. Yeah, sure.
Oh,
Include interest.
what about add more fields and tables? So we can have multiple tables instead of just one.
Oh, so multiple schemas? Or
Yeah.
oh, you
Oh,
mean net or nested? Uh,
make up a new yeah. Well, make up a new schema for us. Add more fields, and even nested fields.
mhm.
Go
Sure.
crazy.
Yeah. This is Mistral. Mistral. Okay.
This is Mistral. Yep.
I guess too.
It created our a new schema for us, and it created a new schema for the customer, and now it's doing the mapping. But see, you know that's actually really amazing, right? Like we never asked it specifically to make a new schema for the
Yeah.
customer and to make a and to actually do the mapping, but it's still doing
Mapping.
it,
Yeah. Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And it still gives you the JSON and the YAML format. Okay, so let's take a look at
Yeah.
Mistral. This is really good, I think. Okay,
I
so
like
here's
how it, yeah, like it has a convention of specifying the nested field, which is a dot. Yeah.
yeah. Okay, so it says that so this is our schema, right? We got the first phone number. Well, we got fax number, got the address, social medias, date of birth, job title. Oh, we forgot about job title, company, preferred language. Okay. And then here is the customer schema, and it gives it in this format. So then it was able to map it, and it says, "Hey, oh
Oh,
look, see, this
good.
is this is what right? I like this.
It's
It
so
tells you
close.
it's not a perfect match, but it's close." And then it was able to do the mapping for the nested object
Uh-huh.
as well,
Oh, good. Yeah,
right? There we go. Yeah, that is pretty good.
perfect. Yeah.
Let's see
Usual
how Claude
format.
did. Let's see how Claude did. Claude, where's Claude? Claude also provided customer schema. Wait. Oh, Claude just changed. Oh, Claude didn't actually give us a different. Wait, hold on a second. Am I looking at the right one? Oh, I'm still
Make
looking
a
at.
new
No, hold
schema.
on, hold on, hold on. I need to scroll.
Oh, we're still in
Yeah,
Mistral.
sorry. I was in
Oh,
the wrong window. Oh,
okay.
we're in Model A now. Sorry. Okay, so here's a new complex schema with nested fields. Okay, so here's the person information. I added gender, contact details, email, personal work. Okay, there we go. We got phone, three different phones, three different social medias, and addresses, and employment, education, preferences, interests. Okay,
Oh.
metrics, segments,
Lifetime value.
and
Oh,
consent. Wow. Okay,
oh my Lord. Yeah.
Claude provided a
Going
lot more.
crazy.
Oh, but it didn't provide the customer schema.
Oh. It didn't. It did go crazy.
I mean, but it yeah, like it still was pretty good though, right?
Yeah. Pretty good. It's just
Which
like a lot.
yeah. But which would you say is better?
They're good in their own ways. But I
Yeah.
mean, I like Claude because it's just so imaginative. I guess, but Minstrel is like very, like, oh yeah, even go further, right? Like, wait, can I see the YAML? Actually, I'm kind of interested in seeing the YAML, Minstrel's YAML file with oh no, it's just like this. Okay, it's straightforward. I thought it would do any, it may have some kind of nested stuff, but yeah, of course not. So
Yeah.
cool.
I do like Claude a little bit better. I do like the creativity aspect of it.
Mhm.
An error? Why did it Oh no. Am I Is it not gonna let me No.
No, we want to give a
Well,
feedback.
I wanted to continue. I wanted to continue this. That's no good.
Oh,
I knew it. Oh, it probably crashed. LM Assist is
oh
probably
no,
crashing. Is everybody else also on
no.
LM Assist? We're all just crashing it. Oh man.
Oh
All right.
no.
It might
Okay.
come back in a little bit. Let's actually work on the next prompt while it's trying to figure things out. So I think um what we can do is okay, let's actually do this. Okay, let's get rid of this. Oh, I can't delete. Is it me? Are
Um,
we still here?
oh, you mean I'm streaming?
Yeah, like
I think we
either my
are.
keyboard just died. Let me plug it in. Either my keyboard just died,
Mhm.
or okay, I don't know. I guess my keyboard was being funny. All right, so
Mhm.
I would say I'm gonna get rid of this, uh, and then I'm gonna say I'm gonna move. Wait, hold on a second. All right. Output the mapping. I want to move this up here. So this is the instruction part. Here's some examples. All right. Now I'm gonna say step one. Uh, uh, invent a complex a a complex schema for our company. Make sure to include many fields. And what? Make sure to.
As many fields as you think will attract customers to buy. And
Oh,
then
that's great. Okay, make sure to include as many fields as as possible that will attract uh, customers to buy our service. Okay. Step two. Invent a a unique, let's say, a unique schema for an example customer uh, who has strange naming conventions. Conventions. Okay, and then step three, provide the mapping from the customer schema to our schema. There. Now we don't even need to think about what examples we want. We'll just ask the LLM to
yeah,
give us some examples, and we'll see
yeah, yeah,
how it does. Right?
yeah. Why don't you make up your own examples?
Yeah, just give me
yeah,
some. You make up the examples for me. This is
yeah.
perfect. All right, now let's see if this will reload. It still won't reload.
No, oh no.
Ah, okay. All right, let's go back. All right, let's and we want to change our parameters. Definitely, maybe I gave it too many tokens. Did we ever hit 1,000 tokens? Probably not, right?
I don't think so.
All
I
right,
think I
maybe.
did see something DLB got truncated, but that's only one time.
All right, well
I
let's
forgot
leave it
when.
at that. Maybe we were hitting it too hard. I don't know
Uh,
actually. So let's try. All right, here's our company schema.
uh,
That's it.
not very
That's
complicated.
that's not a lot. Come on, minstrel. Yeah, it didn't give a lot, huh? Let's see if Claude will give us
How
a.
come the mapping there in minstrels all they didn't seem to be snake case? Or
Hmm.
anyways, let's see. Let's see. What
Look,
does
this is
Claude?
much better.
Um,
Claude gave way
customer
more, right? And then the mapping is pretty good. Let's take a look. State, province, gender,
it's gender.
occupation. You got income, education level, relationship.
Preferred tongue. What? Oh, strange.
Wants news updates.
Oh, I
Customer
like
lifetime
it.
value.
Newsletter subscription, yeah.
For some reason, these models don't like or want to touch the concept of county. Uh, yeah, I guess so. Hmm. I mean, I feel like county is very granular, right? And it's not needed for like delivery. But yeah, so this is still pretty good, right? In terms of doing the mapping, I think the mapping is on point.
Pretty good. Yeah.
Yeah, and it provided like way more fields. But I would still give this
Yeah.
to Claude.
Claude. Yeah.
Yeah. I want to actually ask it to invent a complex schema for our company. Make sure to include.
As
I don't want to
many
say as
fields as
many.
possible.
Let's come up with a number. Do we want 50 fields?
Yeah.
50 fields so that we will
Oh, maybe
attract customers.
uh yeah. We'll attract customers to buy our service to uh look for their loved ones or their intention. Because they were like, lifetime, right? They were like, oh, I doubt our customers care about lifetime. I mean that's more
Well,
right?
it doesn't
I
know
don't
what our customers want. It's just making up ones, right?
know. So that will attract.
So I don't think it will actually give us 50, but I just kind of like said, why don't we just try asking it for 50 and see if it actually gives us.
Okay.
But maybe that's
Mm.
a lot though. Is 50 a lot? I don't
It seems
know.
like a lot.
It seems like a lot,
Uh,
especially for an LLM. But like the other thing is, I'm not sure if it will actually give us 50. Like I feel like it's
mm,
just gonna give us like 20 at most. And
mm.
then like, but I don't know. We'll see. All right, so this is Minstrel. Is it actually gonna give us 50? Oh my.
Oh, wow. Oh,
Okay.
hey, this is
All right,
pretty
all right,
cool.
stop.
Pet. Oh, wow. That's pretty good too. These
Yeah, that's actually
pretty.
that's not bad.
Uh,
That's actually really good. Like imagine a customer that like did provide, whatever their field name convention was that was like awful. This is
uh,
like as bad as it gets in terms of field names.
yeah, yeah,
Right? Like this is IND
yeah.
CMP underscore name. Like that's a
Uh,
really bad like field
P
name.
code. Like what?
like city just spelled wrong. Like wow. Like if we ever get yeah, like Marstat like
uh, uh, do you think it's
uh
cheating a little bit because we asked for it to generate a R complex schema first, and then it does like, okay, I better do something crazy based on what I just produced. Just like truncate
oh, I see what you mean. Yeah,
describable.
possibly.
I don't know if it teach like that. But at least I like the relevance of the person, right? Like car, like loans,
Yeah, health
retirement
insurance.
savings. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So, huh.
I don't know if
Let's
Cloud
take a look at what
still
Claude
sticks
did.
to, yeah.
Let's look at what Claude did. So Claude, hold on, let me scroll up a little bit. Where's Claude? Okay. So Claude, well Claude actually gave 50 fields.
Oh, oh, nice. Yeah.
So Claude actually was like, here's 50, and I'm going to number them so that I know I give you exactly 50.
Hmm.
Wow. Actually, credit points to Claude.
Yeah.
Okay, and here's the customer schema, which does not have 50. And it
Like
provides
their
the
stuff
mapping.
seems so,
Hmm?
yeah. No, I was like, oh, their stuff seems so like, like oriented to like purchase or like customer, see like customer value, uh,
Mm-hmm.
purchase amount like transactional.
Right,
Yeah.
right, right.
Yeah.
Oh, I think it ran out of tokens here.
Oh, it did. Yeah.
Yeah, so maybe I should increase the token limit. But yeah, what do you think is better?
I mean, the Minstrels did better this time, I thought. Uh, oh no, not necessarily. I like the relevance of these, but I don't know if it's really 50 because of bullet points. I can't. Maybe I like Claude.
Let's do a quick count.
Being able to. Yeah.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. All right, I counted halfway up to here. It's 25, so I'm gonna give it, yeah, it's about 50.
Mm-hmm.
So, but yeah,
Pretty good.
it didn't
50.
number them.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I think
Yeah.
the fact that it's like very sales orientated is
Mm-hmm.
probably a just because of its training data,
Mm-hmm. You
right?
mean Claude, right?
No,
Uh,
both, because they're both very sales
both.
orientated,
Mm-hmm.
right? Let's see, we've got a comment. I wonder if it's easier for LLMs to generate their own example schemas and solve the schema mapping problems versus users giving them examples and asking them to solve the mapping problems. So are you saying that like take the schema from Claude and ask Minstrel to solve the mapping and vice versa? Maybe we'll try that. All right. Where is
But then usually, the problem statement is like we we have to, if the customers really give us this, then we have to do it, right? So yeah, I wonder when. Oh, counting.
so I think LMs had issues with mapping county to state earlier. Right now seems to have no problem. I wonder why. Well, I don't think there was county in any of these examples, right? But I think you have like a very fundamental question, right? It's just like as as people, we know that county and state, yes, they're similar. They represent location, right? Um, but like we know that like you can't just take the value of a county, a county name and put it into the state because there's a fixed, there's only 50 states, right? So you can't just, put in some random county in there. Um, so like I'm kind of surprised that like the LLM doesn't realize that there's only 50 states, so you can't just map county to state. Um, but yeah, it is kind of interesting that they both did it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But yeah. So yeah, so I think, I do think that in terms of the general use case, right, of asking an LLM to do mapping, if it so I think it's like if it really is just mapping, I think the LLM can easily do it. I don't think there's any problems with that. I think the nuances really come into like um, you know, anything where you actually might need a little bit of ETL, right? I think that makes a big difference because like customers, like they might have random fields, right? So yeah, I think it would be pretty hard to tell. But I think if we were to do this more, if we were to actually test this not in like a chatbot setting, I think maybe we would probably ask, um, ask different LLMs to generate different customer schemas, and then give it our actual schema and actually do that test. We couldn't do that on stream, but like I think that's what we would have to do in like an actual production thing. You know what I mean?
Sorry, you mean so the in production customers will have their own schema, right?
No,
And
not production.
then,
No. Like so at our
uh,
company, like if we were to
uh,
do this off stream, what
uh,
would we do? Like we would have to actually. So one, we would have our real schema, so we don't have to make a fake one. But then
hmm.
what we can do is we can ask multiple LLMs to generate fake customer schemas.
Oh, I
And then we
see.
have the fake customer schema and our real schema. And then we can ask it to do the mapping, and that might be a little bit more realistic
Mhm.
in terms of
Yeah.
like, because like something you were pointing out is that like maybe because it already read the existing schema, it then generated the customer schema that like will definitely map to it. You see
Hmm.
what I mean? So
Hmm.
like it kind of already knows what to write, and so therefore it's very
Hmm.
easy for it to map.
Yeah, yeah. It may have to be, yeah, they may have to be separate, like generation of the customer because this is for testing, right? So, generate something like it's from the wild, and then our schema is fixed, and then do that to see how well it maps.
Right.
Yeah,
Right. Yeah.
yeah. Hmm. Hmm.
Yeah. But overall, I am pretty impressed with we got a little bit of time left. I am pretty impressed with Claude. Claude can
Hmm.
get pretty creative, you know?
Yeah, yeah.
Too bad it's not
I'm
open
all,
source.
oh, I'm
And
also wondering about its capability of like because this is very relevant also. This mapping is also very relevant for, ingesting a new data source, right? Very often the vendors would, have data that has some annotations, like each field would have like a description. And then we sort of wonder like how does it map to, it would be very similar, but more like a description to the best suited field name in our schema.
oh, that's right. That's
So
right.
it'll be a text. Yeah, it would be some kind of text, like trying to illustrate some complicated relationship with the another field, and then right, because like the schema could get kind of complicated, and it could be like, like nested, like our schema. Perhaps it could become complicated like that, and then like a vendor comes in, right? There's certain context, and then we annotate the field, or the vendor annotate the field. So it's very loaded. Like how do you map it to, our
Oh yeah.
yeah.
You're right. You're
That's
right.
what yeah, that's what I'm
We
really interested in. Yeah. Hmm.
what if we actually did something like where um so let's say where the client or the customers provide wide tables, right? And then we try to to um, map it to our normalized. Well,
Hmm.
it's not even normalized, right? Map it to our
Nested.
nested,
Or,
yeah, our
yeah, yeah,
nested tables, right?
yeah, yeah, yeah.
So then that way, yeah, because that's a very complex structure.
Hmm.
So yeah,
Yeah.
so I guess yeah, so maybe on Friday we can test that out where
Hmm.
but I think I would have to do it in chunks. So we can maybe try we'd have to probably not do this sort of um side by side thing. We probably have to
Hmm.
like like just talk to Claude, ask Claude just to make the customer tables. And then maybe we'll ask like Minstrel to make our
Or
tables.
schema. Yeah,
Yeah, our
you
schema, and
did.
yeah, and then get it to or
We need
something
a
like
third
that.
window. Just kidding.
A third, yeah, yeah. I mean, we have lots of models to play with, right? We we can use ChatGPT. We got a we have three big models to choose from, and we can, you know, have all of them
Yeah.
work at it. See how that
A
goes.
Mistral to check, Cloud 3 to generate.
Yeah, because Claude does pretty good with the generation, right? And it's especially the
Yeah,
crazy ones. So
yeah, yeah, yeah.
that'll be pretty fun. All right, we can give that a try
Oh,
on
okay.
Friday.
Yeah.
And see how that goes.
Mhm.
All right, folks. Thanks for watching. We'll see you guys on Friday. Bye.